It's already hectic enough as it is. I don't need the artificial addition, you know? Well, hello everyone. Welcome once again to the month of Discovery. Today on the menu is Final Goddess from Mars, or at least I think that's what it's called. Yes, Final Goddess. Alright, fair enough. I actually learned about it from LGR, probably the most pleasant person on YouTube. No offense, everyone else on YouTube. I am, of course, including myself in that equation. But this is apparently some kind of spiritual successor to Jill of the Jungle, and I did kind of enjoy Jill of the Jungle. I just never tried this. So let's try it, shall we? Very interesting. Let's go with moderate. I only want a moderate amount of pain. And already it's looking like a successor to at least Jill of the Jungle 3. Let's see if it can hold up. Very nice. Although there's a bit of a sliding thing to that. It's not quite as tight as Jill of the Jungle. Hey. Okay, this is that's a little bit of an unfortunate. Uh-oh. I see. I guess I'm gonna have to learn very quickly who is friend and who's foe. Of course, that shouldn't be too big of a problem because just about everything is a foe, apparently. Now die. Thank you. Look at that. You can sort of tell it's supposed to be a spiritual successor to Jill of the Jungle. It does use somewhat similar mechanics. Especially that. The sprites, you can definitely tell, are based off of it. Here you go, buddy. Don't you die. Thank you. Unfortunately, the way these knives work makes it not so simple trying to deduce where to actually hit enemies. That's cool, though. I like the fact that Bridge sort of gives way a little bit. It gives it a little bit of a physics. Yeah, a little bit of a physics. I sure do know how to A English, don't I? That's cool, though. You can actually see the individual logs almost. It's giving in to her weight. And I don't mean that to be insulting. It's literally. Final finds a weapon. That's great. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm not in a hurry to die. Oh, jeez. Too bad you can't use your weapons when you're crouching or, you know, looking up or anything. You basically have no control over them. I know you couldn't Jill the Jungle either, but it kind of balanced out by not having many enemies that could actually shoot projectiles at you. In fact, I think the Flying Devils were the only ones that came to mind immediately. Although you could actually use projectiles as a flaming bird. Well, for some reason I always saw them as moths, but that's beside the point. The flaming birds. As if you turned into one, you could certainly use projectiles, but the ones in the actual levels, of course, lack that ability. It was sort of a special move just for Jill, but most of the enemies did not have projectile attacks. This game seems to do the opposite of that, and have most of the enemies with projectile attacks, which definitely changed the dynamic, especially when, well, the game's getting very fast all of a sudden. Maybe I ought to lower the CPU cycles a bit. Just enough so that the game runs smoothly without going too overboard. You know? But at least you can still attack while jumping. So that's good. Okay. I hope that's a checkpoint. Very nice. Okay, probably shouldn't have slammed right into it. That might have been my fatal error. Yeah, these knives are finicky. They branch out. You can't... There is no consistency. Dang nabbit. I can't seem to hit that to save my life. Okay, there we go. That had to have hit you. Or maybe it just hit the freaking bar. Just hit the bar of you. In other words, did nothing. Come on. Jeez, there's just enough of a delay that it makes it really hard to gauge. Okay, that definitely hit you. I know that. Hey, damn it. There we go. I eventually do it. Final finds a health pot. Not that kind of pot. Although, it's just the kind that actually stores liquid in it. And not another word that you're thinking of associated with that word. So let's get that out of the way right now. It seems I can actually destroy through the projectiles, though, so that's neat, I guess. Although probably not go through their fire. That'd just be weird. Can you imagine a knife that just cuts through fire? Then again, those are fireballs, so not much more. Either way, this is delightfully outlandish, so I'll give it that. Dangnabbit. It's pure chaos. Darn it. When it works, it's poetry in motion, to say the least. Fortunately, her knives are also randomly skewed. They don't just go in the same direction. They'll sometimes go up, they'll sometimes go down. You can't really tell with certainty where they're going to land. Dangnabbit. Come on. Ow. Taking a lot of damage here. All because that thing was so close to me. I probably could have jumped away, but Now why would I go through that trouble? Clearly I'm too good for that. Nice crouching animation, though. They did improve it in some ways over Jill of the Jungle. Isn't a carbon copy, to say the least. That's what I thought. Oh, jeez. Better, keep away. Uh-oh. The fact that you don't turn on a dime makes this difficult. Oh, no. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Well, I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. I can get across there. Nope, I cannot. You have to go around and get up there. And I'll probably be long dead by then. Oh, and my luck. Oh. Exit. Ah, jeez, okay. Just barely made it out of there alive. I guess I was on my last rung of health. You can have it be completely empty, and then you can still get one more shot. Still get hit one more time, I mean. Well, that shows you the concept of requiring keys sometimes. Probably so that you have to do other levels just to get to the key, so that you can, get out. Oh. I start out the level dying. Isn't that great? It's probably because I ran out of health, and I hit the exit at the same time, so now it just results in me dying at the beginning of the next one. Isn't that just beautiful? Well, I mean, I don't think Jill of the Jungle had a limited live system, so maybe this doesn't either. Uh-oh. Dangnabbit. This is difficult. Really difficult. Maybe I should just jump past it, then try to knife it from here. Now that might be a little easier for me. Look at that. I see. Well, no going any further in that direction. We don't need that. The jump. Darn it. I'm still not used to that delay between pressing the button and actually throwing, because it has to go through the whole motions. I'm guessing... Well, actually, I'm not sure. It plays like it's rotoscoped to some extent, you know? Like it wanted to be realistic. If you notice, she'll actually go through the animation of throwing it before she actually throws it, if that makes any sense. Like they were trying to make it look more realistic. Like the fact that she can't turn on a dime. Or stop on a dime, for that matter. They tried to inject some realism into the animations, but unfortunately, the gameplay does suffer a bit for it. It doesn't feel as tight. And that's a mistake that game developers sometimes make. They want to make it look good. You know, so that there is a proper delay as there would be in real life, but the thing is, video games shouldn't imitate real life. At least not to that extent. If gameplay suffers for it, then I don't think we need absolute realism. Like, imagine if you could get hit once in the torso in a first-person shooter and then all of a sudden you're fatally wounded, and then you're bleeding out. Imagine that. Imagine if that was realistic. Would you like that? Would you like to have to get emergency stitching so that you don't die, you don't bleed out? I mean, that would be realistic, but that wouldn't make it better. And to an extent, I think that's what this is. Just to an extent. Hey, it's not very nice. You know that, right? I wonder if those do anything. Those balls that are opening up, you know, the bottom center of the screen. I wish there was some kind of guide for this, you know? At least a control screen. Like Doom or, hell, Jill the Jungle had a manual, an in-game manual. So why does this one have one? It's too cool for that? There we go. Let's press all the F keys. See if anything happens. Nope, nothing happens. Those F keys are completely worthless because F them, right? Final finds a health jug. That's good. Let's see if I can press any other buttons to make things happen. Right now, it just seems like the arrow keys, Control, and Alt that make a difference. Shift doesn't even make a difference, and you would think that would be the one button. That would be the one button left to do something. Because it typically does something in games like this. Clearly not this one. Okay, space doesn't do anything either. Just Alt and Control. And the arrow keys, of course. Well, and Escape, obviously. That does something. Other than that, doesn't seem like any of the other buttons do anything. They're not there for any purpose or anything. Tab. Nope. That'd be the arrow keys, boss. Excellent. It's like I don't even have to fight those. Which is good. You don't think I'm gonna be bold enough in a game like this to go after everything? Well, you're out of your mind, mister. Out your damn mind. Hello, friend. Die. I hope you die in a fire. Well, it would be ironic since they're fire breathers. All that. Thank you kindly. I really appreciate it. Uh-oh. Darn it. Oh, crap. You couldn't jump off it, apparently. Oh, wait, you can. I just had to jump. I actually used the jump button. Not do left and right. And that makes more sense, doesn't it? Jeez. This is as much of a delay as ever. Darn it. This is very unfortunate. How come that didn't kill you? I was hitting you before I even realized you were there. I guess the game didn't realize you were there either. Or maybe you just required more hits than I thought. Let's see if I can exit the level this time without being a bit deaf. That would probably come in handy, wouldn't it? Alright, come on. Let's see if I can face this final creature. There we go. At least I don't have to be dead at the beginning of the next level. I'll just be nearly there. But you know, it is what it is. And I've been capturing the cursor all this time. Probably should not have been doing that, but whatever. Let's see what awaits us next. Oh, now we're going with ladders instead of vines. We're going fancy. And plants. What's this little shop of horrors? Is gonna start singing? Don't start singing on me. I'd prefer not. Oh. Well, okay. Health is critical. I hope that's because I grabbed something healing and not dying? But then again, I didn't exactly have to go back. Okay, I'm just gonna pump up the cycles a bit because it seemed like a little too much was happening on screen and that was affecting the frame rate. Actually, it seems to still be. Kinda weird, isn't it? You don't have to worry about the timing of that if you just jump over it completely. That's the thinking man's solution, isn't it? I'd say so, probably. Hello, you little freak. We're just getting all the fruit. Hey, get out of there. You know I can't jump. You know I can't attack when I'm crouching. Come on. Thank you. Come on. You know what? I don't even care if you face me, as long as you get up off the ground. And I mean that, too. Let's get this over with already. What's that? Buddy. Buddy, you might want to wake up. This place is a little too dangerous for you to be napping right like that. Yeah, whatever. No care in the world. Get off the ground, you coward. You pig. You pot-bellied coward. Something? Hello. Time for some action. Get out of the ground, you coward. Y'all are pathetic. Y'all wouldn't know what's what if I put in front of your daggum face. Dagnabbit. Speaking of not knowing shite, I don't think I have any right to talk, do I? Definitely do not have any right to talk. And that was embarrassing. Well, a whole other level, but that's beside the point, I suppose. Okay, shift does not do anything. It doesn't even let you run. Completely useless. Hey, what the hell? Oh, it does do something, doesn't it? No, I just grabbed something else and it caused me to... Oh, great. Great, it's explosive, but now it has an arc and it's even harder to use. That's just fantastic. I think I'd rather have the throwing knives, if I'm being honest. If this is supposed to be an upgrade. Joke. Peace. Oh boy. Son of an ass, monkey. Jeez, I can't even hit anything reliably anymore. Great, I hit a plant. You can feel so good about that. I mean, I guess consistency is the one thing that it has going for it. Like if I hit something right there, I can be guaranteed it'll hit. So I guess in some ways it is better, I'll give it that. Huh, look at that. Actually hang up off the ceiling to do an extent. Didn't even know that was a thing. But I like it. Ah, crap. Well, it's definitely in the background. I have concluded that. Definitively. Come on, look down. I guess she can't when she's on a moving platform. Real shame, isn't it? Now jump. Uh-oh. That's not so good. Oh, okay. Right, you can go through the floor. Or knives, huh? Fine. Well, the grass is always greener on the other side. This is less consistent, but it's also easier to hit enemies with. So you gotta take the good with the bad, and there you have the facts of life. Don't know why I said that. Just felt like it. Just fits so well, didn't it? Here's another fact of life for you. She can't turn to save her life. Literally. Die. I love how it was facing towards me and then it just decided to turn around completely. It's kind of silly. Ow. Uh-oh. Freaking plant creatures. taking advantage of the spikes, knowing that I'd have to get within its range. You disgust me, you freaky plant. You piranha plant. Does it look like the piranha plants from Mario? You're not even original. You're a rip-off of Mario enemies. Except that you do spit on me, so I guess that's something. Although I think certain versions of the piranha plant from Mario actually do spit at you, so I don't know. I don't know who came up with it first, though. Uh-oh. That wasn't good. Good thing that restores your health entirely, otherwise I'd be boned. Alright, let's try to make this jump. There we go. Just barely made it. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez Louise! Just the fact that you can't turn on a dime, it's like you're trying to jump across moving platforms made out of solid ice. Like freaking Zelda Majora's Mask on that one part, except she doesn't automatically jump, so it's even worse. Much worse, actually. Alright, let's climb up here. Oh, jeez. Well, the exit is right there, so not too much further to go. Gotta love the aesthetic, though. Bamboo platforms. Certainly know how to fit with things. I guess there's no sense in me stopping. Because stopping will only get me to fall. But then again, apparently, just running forward, it's gonna get me killed, so pick your poison right there. Luckily, there was a big health jug up above. That's the only reason I decided to risk it. Because I knew that as long as I survive, I'll be back to full in no time. See, you've got that. Final finds a weapon, right? About to say, you've got something like that weapon, too. Well, now I have consistency. In exchange for being a little tougher to aim. If I can master it, though, this will be the better of the weapons. And then I'll immediately act like the knives are better once I grab them because I'm trying to justify it. That's how this works. Probably the sunken cost fallacy. You don't want to believe that you just wasted it. Uh-oh. Oh, great. Well, we just confirmed that those are useless against those Huns. So, in that particular case, you definitely wanted the knives. Okay, that's neat, I guess. I don't even know what those are supposed to be. But apparently you're supposed to be collecting them. That's all I know. What's the final level? Union Logic presents. I guess this is like the shareware version. But you know, the episode 1 is like the shareware version. I think I have all of them, I'm not sure. I guess we shall see. Although it doesn't matter anyway. I've only got like 6.5 minutes left anyway. So either way. But if this is the final level of episode 1, man, I can at least finish the episode, right? Although I must say, I think I prefer Jill of the Jungle. If this is supposed to be the successor to Jill of the Jungle, they made it worse in some ways. It's not as tight. Maybe that's on purpose, maybe it was meant to give you more challenge, but I don't know, it seems like artificial difficulty to me. Where you can't turn on a dime, your knives are completely inconsistent where they'll even shoot, and there's a delay to fire them. So overall, it's just less consistent, a little more luck-based if I'm being honest. Although granted, not moving on a dime isn't really luck-based, but it's still not the best. It's an extra layer of complexity that I feel doesn't need to be there. You could just give it real challenge. That's just my opinion, though. You should have to enter a door. Right. I want to destroy this thing first. There we go. I guess that's your first taste of that. My guess is that the preceding episodes will make far more use out of the advanced art of going through doors. Here you go, buddy. I guess one other advantage of this is I can just do this. Darn it. Unfortunately, it also bounces against things. That's a factor, too. Makes it a little bit more difficult, you know? Here you go. Darn it. When they get too close, yeah, you're screwed either way. Here you go. That may be a waste because this is actually limited ammo, but whatever. Darn it. Still a delay, unfortunately. What the? Now you're shooting forward? You can't switch up the script like that. Very rude. Don't you know? That is quite rude. Rude. You're gonna be ashamed of yourself. Oh, I guess I'll go for that. Especially since it also comes with health. Although I'm gonna get hit enough that it won't matter, will it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a knife. I probably could have tried to avoid it, but whatever, I don't want to. I actually want the knives this time. Because the ceilings are low enough to the ground that it's even more inconsistent somehow. Well, the one unfortunate thing about them being able to destroy the projectiles, they are also in turn stopped by the projectiles. Very unfortunate. Okay. Unfortunately, this game does not know how to limit its own frame rate, which means if you make the frame rate smoother by increasing the cycles, guess what? It also makes the game itself faster across the board. Which isn't so good. Especially when it wasn't so consistent to begin with. I think I'll take slower. More capable of actually being able to read my own movements, you know? It's already hectic enough as it is. I don't need the artificial addition, you know? Uh-oh. Okay, come on. If it's a standard level size, it shouldn't be that much more. Which is good, because I have about 2.5 minutes. Okay, good. And I won't even need that much. I'll barely need a third of it. Let's do it. Alright, that's cool. Oh. That isn't the end. It was just the end of that theme. Now there's a desert theme. How fascinating. Fortunately, I won't have enough time to really probe deep into it. Union Logic presents a throwing star. Is this more consistent? Ironically, because in Jill of the Jungle, throwing stars just made it go downward. Oh, that's even less consistent. Somehow that is even less consistent. You've outdone yourself. You're gonna make me yearn for the throwing knife, aren't you? Go inside the door. Hello, buddy. Goodbye, buddy. So, I think I'm gonna end this here. I haven't quite gotten up to 30 minutes, but whatever. So, that's gonna have to be it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread this video around like inconsistent throwing and ice floors. And I will see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Ooh, nice one, Bonehead. Peace out, have a good one, and have a nice and pleasant day.
If you enjoyed the content and want to stay up to date, I upload 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. You can also subscribe and hit the bell icon, or just check out the end screens right here.